to wake you soon.
Hello, MCM London, how are we? Oh, how are we, London? Yeah, that's it, we like it. Joining me on the sofa, we have Jeremy Shada from Adventure Time. How are you, Jeremy?
Very good, how are you guys? Yeah, they're not doing too well today. They're really tired.
Give them another go, Jeremy.
How are you guys?
Yeah, that's what we like. So you're okay, Jeremy, yeah?
Yeah, yes, sir.
How's con been for you so far?
It's been great so far. I've gotten to meet an awesome lot of Adventure Time fans, a lot of Voltron fans as well.
Yeah.
Me and my band, Make Out Monday, we played the Fringe stage yesterday at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
We're playing again today at 3, so if you guys want to come check out our band, play right outside on the Fringe stage, come check that out. A lot of fun.
Wow, yeah, definitely. Have you seen any kind of Adventure Time cosplayers about, or any cosplayers in general you've just gone, oh, wow?
I've seen a ton of Adventure Time. I've seen a ton of Voltron. I've seen just, yeah, I mean, you guys go crazy for some of the stuff. It's amazing. Oh, nice Marceline. Looks very good.
Yeah, I like
I've seen a very tall Chewbacca walking around, which is always my favorite. You
Definitely.
know. Chewbaccas are just cuddly. You just want to go up and just hug them.
Give them a good old squeeze. What do you love about voice acting?
I think my favorite thing is I get to do a lot of screaming, you know, without people thinking I'm a crazy person,
Yeah.
you know, and you get to do different voices. And I think the other fun thing is just getting to work with some really cool people. I mean, when I first started doing Adventure Time, I got to work with like I still do. I get to work with like John DiMaggio, who plays Jake, who plays God knows how many things. Tom Kenny, who plays the Ice King on our show, also played SpongeBob and like a billion other things. So just getting to work with those people that I'd heard for so many years growing up, and then becoming, you know, a peer of theirs and getting to be just working alongside them was always just super awesome. Getting paid is nice too.
Yeah.
Do you guys like getting paid when you work? That's always a good thing.
Yeah. So when you go for an audition and you're told about it, do you go to the audition with kind of how you want a character to sound, or is it kind of you'll get there, they'll tell you a brief description and then you go from there?
A bit of both, actually.
Yeah.
Usually, I mean, you'll look at the stuff and you'll kind of see what the character type is, and that'll kind of influence how you want to do the voice. Sometimes they'll have a little drawing of it, so you can actually see what the character looks like, which also helps. Maybe they're a little bit more kind of geeky looking, or maybe they're a little bit bigger, and so they're more dopey looking or something. Or maybe they're more just like a natural, normal, looking person, and so that kind of influences it. And then when you go and you read for people, they'll give you notes on, okay, this is what we're thinking.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you know, they'll be down for what you're, you know, the kind of weird voice that you're giving it. Then sometimes you'll get there and you'll have something that you worked on a lot, really cool, prepared, and they'll be like, yeah, that's great. Could you actually just do it more kind of closer to your normal voice, almost kind of like a natural kid who goes on adventures and stuff?
Yeah.
So basically just do your Finn voice, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why you called me in. I got it.
I could do that all day long.
I could do that all day.
So what do you find most rewarding and challenging about voice acting? Is it the fact that you can go in, do the voice and develop the character, or is it just the voice, doing the voice in general?
Come again? So
what do you find challenging and rewarding about doing voice acting?
The main thing about it that's challenging is that with on-camera stuff, which I also do, you're getting to use a lot more in your kind of, I guess, actor's toolbox. You get to, your emotion on your face, the expressions you're making, and how you're physically moving and stuff can say a lot about what's going on.
Yeah.
But with voice acting, you have to convey all the emotion and everything that's happening through just the way you're saying a line. So it's kind of like acting with your hands tied behind your back, because there's a lot of people that do all that on camera, and they'll try and do voiceover, and at first they'll be super quiet, because they're used to just having a lot of it kind of be through their emotion and how they're acting, and they're not thinking about like this, how it sounds the way they're speaking, and so that's kind of a lot of it is you're conveying all these emotions through just the way you're saying a line.
Yeah, well that's awesome. I mean, I've got a question here from a big fan who lives in LA. He's currently over here doing some stuff. And he's a good friend of Comic-Con. Jesse McClure from Storage Hunters and British Treasure American Gold. He basically wants to ask, from a voice actor's point of view, do you find it difficult to separate yourself from success with Adventure Time to then do new projects?
No, I mean, I think it's with anything these days. A lot of people do a lot of different things. For me, actually, Adventure Time has just opened the doors for a lot of different projects in very weird ways. Even with my band, I've had people that have been fans of Adventure Time that I've gotten to meet,
Yeah.
that have basically I've gotten to hit it off with and become friends with, and then that's led to me getting to do other awesome jobs.
Yeah.
Or even for Voltron, when they were casting it, they specifically called me in because they heard my work on Adventure Time.
Yeah.
And they thought I would be good for the role of Lance that I ended up getting, but I still had to go in an audition, but they knew me from that, and so it kind of led to me getting that job. And now getting known a lot for that. And then even for on camera, there's been a couple things where I auditioned, and they were like, oh, he also does this, and so it gives the kind of comedy background. And so it's almost, usually it's a cool talking point that people are like, oh, you do that? That's awesome.
Yeah, wicked.
So I don't think it's ever like pigeonholed me or anything like that, no.
Cool. So obviously there's loads of fans of Adventure Time and stuff like that, but for the people out there that haven't seen it, can you give us a quick synopsis
Of Adventure Time?
Yeah, of Adventure Time.
Oh, gosh.
Maybe it's in the voice of Finn.
In the voice of Finn. Sure, why not? So, Adventure Time is kind of a show about me, Finn the human, and my dog Jake, who's magical and can stretch into any shape possible. And we go on adventures in the magical land of Ooh, where there's tons of crazy stuff. And honestly, most of it doesn't really make any sense. But that's okay, it's fun. Just watch it.
Jeremy Shada, everyone. Round of applause. Thank you very much, Jeremy. Awesome. So what do you think makes Adventure Time so enjoyable to watch?
A lot of things. I think the comedy of Adventure Time is obviously just very universal.
Yeah.
It's funny in a way that kids, everyone from like 2 to 92 can find hilarious. The other great thing is that there's a lot of over-the-head humor too, so you get something different watching it if you're an adult than you will as a kid. There's lots of things that adults would probably get a heck of a lot better in Adventure Time than kids would, because we just have a lot of that humor. And then also the world is just so like bright and vibrant, and it's just so colorful, and the art style is really interesting and intricate, and you want to go see all the different kind of parts of this world and go explore it. And honestly, I mean, sometimes it's kind of hard to say why shows do as good as they do.
Yeah.
For me, I never expect something to blow up and be huge. You hope it is because you put a lot of work into this stuff. But you're always just happy when people kind of take it and make it their own. And they've definitely done that with Adventure Time, and they've just really latched onto it and made it huge. So.
Definitely huge, definitely. So when you're recording Adventure Time, do you group record, or do you record singly?
We usually get to have most of the people record together on Adventure Time, which is a lot more fun because you get to play off your castmates, you get to know your castmates, and you build up that awesome chemistry. And it makes it kind of more loose, and you're playing off of what other people are doing. And so, yeah, I mean, it doesn't always work out to where we'll have everybody there, but we usually have at least 3 or 4 people there probably.
You don't just do Finn, obviously, in Adventure Time. We've done a multitude: Finn, Squirrel, Cosmic Owl, Businessman 2, Mushroom Creatures, Cyclops. Oh, there's loads down here. Which one is your favourite character? Has it got to be Finn? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
What would be your second then? What would be your second?
I don't even, half the time when I do other characters on Adventure Time, they're like one-line characters because there's just like a lot of random people in an episode, and they're like, well, we just gotta have someone do it. All right, Jeremy, do this one. And it's like, I'm like, oh, okay, what does this person sound like? They're like, just make something up, basically. And so I don't even remember half the other characters I do half the time. It's just like one little line. I just had like, I don't even remember them.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
So what do you like about Finn?
I like that Finn is essentially kind of the little boy in like everyone, He's just very adventurous. He loves the world. He just wants to go explore it. And he's really just looking to kind of have a good time. He's just a fun, good, normal person. But he gets to live in this crazy, epic world that I think a lot of us, when you're little kids, kind of dream about going on these adventures and seeing all these magical creatures and fighting and like going into dungeons and things like that. And so he just kind of is like the imaginative, creative, like little kid in all of us.
Do you find anything challenging about voicing Finn at all?
Well, when I first started the show, Finn was a lot closer to my normal voice because I was 12. I'm 20 now. I've been doing it for like 8 years. It's a long time. But during like the first season or 2, my voice started changing. Little thing called puberty. Happens to all of us.
Yeah.
And so all like the voice cracks that happen when Finn is like screaming was definitely not intentional at first. That was just the sake of, that was part of my voice just changing. And then after that, subsequently, a lot of shows, they'll replace people on, kids on animated shows because they want them to sound the kid, but they thankfully let Finn just kind of age throughout the show.
Yeah.
And so after like season 2-ish, maybe 3, my voice stopped changing, and then now it's definitely more of a character voice because my normal voice is lower.
Yeah.
And Finn's voice is kind of up here.
Yeah.
And so that was probably the most challenging thing, was like figuring out how to transition to have him still sound like Finn, but you know, obviously it wasn't my like natural voice anymore. So that was probably the biggest thing. But after that, I mean, went on for 5 or 6 years after that still. So yeah.
So it's good that the show let, you know, Finn age, you know, every season, so you could keep on playing that, which is absolutely awesome. Would you like a magical dog like Jake?
Heck yeah!
Would you?
Who wouldn't want a magical dog that stretches into like any shape possible, that can also talk?
Yeah.
Dogs are like the best animals in the world.
Have you got a dog?
I did, but unfortunately the place I'm living in now doesn't
Yeah.
allow pets. So
Okay.
bummer.
Can't have it. Yeah. Well, that's cool. That's cool. That's all good. So, do you think the Ice King is just basically a creep? That's what I'm getting.
No, the Ice King's my homie, you know?
Yeah.
Ice King's great. No, I love the Ice King because he starts out the show as like the villain of the show, and then he just kind of over time turns into a kind of weird Craigslist roommate type person that's just kind of there. You know, he kind of annoys the main characters, but they don't really dislike him. He just kind of hangs out at their house and he's just like your weird friend who bunks over when he doesn't even ask for permission. You go home and he like shows up and he's just kind of sleeping there.
That's it. Well, we'll do one more question. Are we going to see any more Adventure Time in the future, or is it just a given they're going to do it anyway?
Yes, I don't know exactly what's airing here in the UK, but I want to say season 8 is currently airing.
Yeah.
And we just finished recording season 9 in February, so that should be. I think it'll be airing here throughout 2018, but season 9 is actually our final season.
Oh.
So there's that. I mean, yeah, it's the final season for the show. I imagine it'll probably go on in some way, shape, or form. I mean, I don't know, but with this show, it's so huge that I think they want to keep doing stuff with it in some way, shape, or form. So I don't think it'll be like the very end, but it is the end of the 9 seasons. So we had a rap party and everything. It's pretty crazy.
Mad. Well, if you've got any questions, guys, we've got time for a couple. So if you'd raise your hand, I will come out and you can ask Jeremy a question. So has anyone got a question? Oh, one over here.
Ooh. Way over there.
Who would you consider your best friend out of the cast?
Come again? I can barely hear it up here.
Who would you consider your best friend out of the whole cast?
On the cast, who's my best friend? Who would I consider? That's hard. I mean, we all get along really, really well. I love the people I work with, and they're all awesome. I think I'm probably closest to Olivia, who plays Marceline, because I'm closest in age to her. Everybody else is older. But I get along with everybody. John DiMaggio, who plays Jake, is like he's like your fun uncle. I've kind of grown up, I mean, for 8 years working with him week in and week out. He's like an uncle to me at this point, which is fun.
Nice. Well, we've got one right at the back there.
Who's your favourite character and why?
Finn, because it's me.
Short and sweet. Time for one more, Jeremy.
I mean, it's biased, but yeah, it's true.
Can we confirm if you're in Steven Universe?
Say what?
Can we confirm if you're in Steven Universe?
Something about Steven Universe. I didn't hear the first word.
Can we confirm if you have a part in Steven Universe?
Oh, if I have a part in Steven Universe? I don't. If they ask me to, I will gladly hop over and do something on Steven Universe for sure. But no, I haven't done anything for that show as of yet. I'm actually good friends with Zach Callison, who plays Steven in Steven Universe, though. It's a good kid.
So I'm going to finish up on a question. What's next for you? What is in the pipeline for you, Jeremy?
Well, like I just said, we just finished up season 9 of AT, so that'll be continuing to air throughout 2018, I think. And then for Voltron, the first 2 seasons are up on Netflix, and our 3rd season, I think, comes out in September. So be on the lookout for that. I see you, Keith Cosplay, looking good. And then my band, Make Out Monday, we just finished recording our first full-length album, so hopefully that'll be releasing some point this year. And then I'm also doing a live-action show called Mr. Student Body President that I'm the lead in. Nice. We did the first season last year. I don't know if it airs here in UK or not. I think someone said that it airs on Channel 5 here.
Oh, really?
Possibly. I don't know.
Yeah.
And when I get back from here, I go to shoot our second season, which is a lot longer. And that'll be coming out too. Yeah, so staying busy.
Still really busy, Jeremy. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for coming on the sofa. Very much appreciated.
Thank you guys for having me out. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Shada, everyone. Thank you. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and remember to press that notification bell so you don't miss out on anything from this weekend. We are here all weekend. We've got amazing guests. Plus, we've got our Bean Boozle coming up, so you can win loads of free stuff here on the MYM Buzz stage. Thank you very much, Jeremy Shada, everybody, and we'll see you soon.